and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 30th through October the 6th. Time is flying, guys. If you are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate your loyalty and support of my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy these readings and that you will return. Guys, these are general readings. They're for the collective. Sometimes the messages can be specific. So take what resonates and just leave the rest. If you would like a personal, more tailored reading, please click on this link or go to the show more section below in the description box and you will find a link to my video. To my website where you can see what kind of readings I offer. What else? Yes, these readings are for your sun, moon, and rising. So the other links to all the other videos will be below. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get them all up there as I'm uploading and getting them on YouTube. So just check back. Now, I also have a Facebook group, and in that Facebook group, every 2 weeks I do a live feed. It's a private group, so you must ask to be a member, and we look at either the new moon or the full moon, and we see how it affects your sign, only for those who attend. And then I have my tarot cards, and I answer questions for people who are there. So that's fun. Join my Facebook group. Another way to support this channel is through Patreon. You can click on that link here or find that below too. And I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you so much for your generosity, your support, and your belief in my art. Now, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections. First, the intro, which is this, and I will have the skip time if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising below. Then there's the astrological report, what's going on in the celestial sky. The skip time to that will be below. And then the tarot reading for your sign. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for September 30th through October the 6th. And what a major, crazy astrological sky we have this week. So the first, huge shifts in energy, guys. This is, a lot of people are going through a lot of change, a lot of turmoil. Anyway, before I run ahead of myself, I'm going to start with September the 30th, Monday. For some people, it's Monday the 30th, or for depending on where you are in the planet, or it's October the 1st. Here in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's October the 1st. Venus is square Pluto. Now, this is a challenging aspect when we're talking about squares, right? This can bring up, Venus is about relationship, it's about love, it can be about finance too. And Pluto is this dredging up things, to come up the truth sometimes, as uncomfortable as that can be. So in relationships, this can mean jealousy, manipulation. I'm looking over here because I have the chart, which I'm going to put up here when I post the video, so you'll be able to see it. So this can cause jealousy or manipulation or perhaps control in relationships. It's like you can easily get infatuated with someone new. So if you meet someone new, remember that. It's the kind of energy where you fall head over heels for someone, but it can turn into an obsession. It's that kind of power dynamic. It's like you meet someone and they're amazing, they're gorgeous, everyone thinks they're fabulous, and you're like, ooh, I can't believe I got this one, right? So you'll do anything to keep them, and you try to be what they want you to be, and in doing so, that kind of turns them off, because who wants that? Everyone wants authenticity, and they want people, they want confidence. When someone's confident, that's very attractive. So when you're not, and you're worried about what someone's thinking all the time and what they're doing, and you're really trying to, perhaps entice them with your sensual prowess or whatever it is that you're trying to get them to stick around for, it doesn't work. It kind of has the opposite effect. Now, it's really important to be aware of meeting someone new right now. Be aware of those feelings, and to be as authentic as possible. It's really important to come back to you. It doesn't matter if this doesn't work out. You really kind of have to remind yourself of that this week in particular, and remember that in your own relationship, you can choose to trust someone instead of, being so insecure. Where insecurities can come up at this time too. So now October, the big news, which kind of accentuates what's going on with the challenging aspect between Venus and Pluto, and it accentuates all those kind of feelings, is that Pluto stations direct. So it's been going retrograde and now it's really slowed down. So all the qualities of Pluto are amplified, and we are seeing it on a global scale, right? So, Pluto's getting ready to move forward. So Pluto dredges all the dirt, it gets really deep and it dredges all that dirt up and brings it into the light. And we get to see what's going on behind the scenes. It's almost like the curtain is pulled up and we can see the powers that be and what's really going on behind the scenes. So what was once unseen is now revealed. So it's like power changes and secrets are revealed. We are already seeing this on the global stage. There are a lot of world leaders that are, have been caught with their pants down, so to speak. We are seeing a level of corruption that we have not seen before, and we can't unsee that. It's also causing rebellion as well around the world, with all different, in all different countries, some for power, some for the climate, various things are going on. This is a very karmic time. We'll have to face probably some hard realities ourselves. You see, Pluto is digging deep. It wants, it wants everything out. It doesn't care, good or bad or indifferent. So some of us may be scrambling to survive, like some of these world leaders are scrambling to survive, right? This is a time for a lot of us, right, of the death of our old life and then the start and renewal of a new path forward. Because Pluto's all about kind of destruction and then it builds up. So it's breaking things down so new things can build up in its place. Listen, do not fear these changes. These changes are inevitable. And they're usually for the best. It's just that we need to kind of get up and take the action and take care of ourselves and do what we need to do to move forward in our new direction or our new lives. Now, later on that day, right, on the same day, Mercury, which is the planet of communication and intellect, moves into Scorpio. Now, in Libra, it has been, striving for balance and communication and intellect has been kind of diplomatic and fair. And then as Mercury moves into Scorpio, all those superficial kind of manners, communication manners are just thrown out, to make way for deep and, real and authentic conversations. And it's a time to really dig deep and to seek out the truth, which also amplifies this whole Pluto station and aspects with other planets. So it's about deep, intense discussions and debates and the search for truth, because, Scorpio is the detective after all. Now, on October the 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you are on the planet, Mars moves into Libra. And in this energy, we are liable to use our charm to get what we want. We don't want to appear to be the bad person. We see this every side. We're trying to look at everybody's point of view and every side of the situation, but we are going to get what we want. So we're going to use our wit and charm to get what we want with this energy. And as we kind of see every side to the situation, we can have a really intense debate with ourselves, right? So we can be up in our heads a lot. And the shadow side, we don't want to appear like the bad person at all. So we're going to use, manipulation perhaps to get what we want. And we're going to be very charming as we, push you or nudge you in a direction that we want you to go. And the shadow side of this is passive aggressiveness. So if we get angry, we're not direct. This is not kind of a direct. We're going around the situation. We're not being direct. We're more passive aggressive during this energy. So, in summary, this is a time to address anything that we have put on the shelf, anything that we have ignored, anything that we have let kind of fester and grow in the dark because we don't want to deal with it, or it's overwhelming perhaps. It's time to just suck it up and deal with it and take action. And to be aware of manipulation, either people manipulating us or we manipulating others. It's important to not allow that or to see through that, not be easily swayed either way. Let's create good karma, and co-create with the cosmos. Empower yourself with the truth, whether it be good or bad. All right, then. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's go to your tarot card, shall we? Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for September the 30th through October the 6th. And let's see what we have. This is your tarot card section of the reading. So, 3 cards for Gemini, please. 3 cards for Gemini. Wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information. Can you give Gemini for this coming week? There's 1. 2 more cards for Gemini, please. 2 more cards for Gemini. 1 more. Oh, darling, you have 4 cards. Let's see what's going on here. There is crossover for sure, darling. Check out your sun, moon, and rising already. There is crossover. So these are your clarifying cards. Let's clarify. Cards on the table. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and information can you give Gemini through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. Oh, there's one. Please clarify. And please clarify. Okay. Oh, interesting. These cards are really amazing this week. Okay. The first card out for you is the King of Wands. Clarifying the King of Wands is the 6 of Pentacles. Then you have the King of Swords, clarified by the Page of Cups. Then you have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the, along with the 2 of Cups, clarified by the Page of Swords. Alrighty then. Gemini, the first card out for you is the King of Wands. Oh, the King of Wands is about action, getting things done. He's passionate. He gets bored quite easily. He likes to be entertained. He is a wonderful leader when guided spiritually. So when he comes in, you're being asked to proceed with putting God first. Think spirituality first before anything else. It's really important to be guided spiritually. Yes, you've got to have a good time. It's important to enjoy yourself, but it's also important to come from your higher self, if you will, but definitely be in action. Take action. It's not about just having fun all the time. And it is about being passionate and about being creative. But don't overdo it in a celebratory way, let's say. Don't stay at the party too long. Now, clarifying the King of Wands is the Six of Pentacles. And I think that this is the service card. You are meant to be in the service of others. And you can, and it's like you can go to, if you get invitations to a charity event or some kind of cause, it would be a really wonderful opportunity for networking there and for meeting people, helpful people. You can be in service and actually meet people that can help you on your way through life. So I think this is really important to focus on that. So if you get any invitations to do anything like that, any kind of cause or charity work, then do that, because it will be beneficial to you. As you're helping others, you will be helped. And the next card is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is like the Justice card. He passes judgment. And when this card comes in, I always think it's best not to take any shortcuts. Always play by the rules. Don't overstep in any direction. The King of Swords is quick to judge. So sometimes it's saying, don't be so quick to judge. Don't judge a book by its cover is what the message that I'm getting. So you may have an idea of someone, and you've got the Page of Cups. So there's perhaps a love interest on the horizon. Somebody is kind of coming into your life. You might get a message. You might get asked out. Don't be quick to judge, either good or bad. And if you haven't checked out the astrological reading, do so. There's a lot of information there, particularly with the challenging aspect between Venus and Pluto. So you want to be aware of anyone new coming into your life, and you want to be aware of your own actions and feelings as well as the other person's actions and feelings. And the next card out, I feel that I feel that for some of you, Gemini could be meeting someone new, and it's not going to feel like an easy beginning. In fact, it's going to feel quite difficult, but it's the Two of Cups is always about treating the other person how you want to be treated, with respect and love. And the Ace of Swords is the Ganesh of the tarot. So I feel that you can make headway in terms of communicating with, if you have a lover, with your lover. I feel that you're breaking down the barriers, and perhaps you're communicating a lot easier than it has been. I feel that you've had perhaps a difficult start, but things are starting to move along. You have to be very careful about look, this is a very obsessive time, and a very focused time. And you're clarifying it as the Page of Swords, which don't be, I'm really getting that you shouldn't be kind of quick to judge on what someone says or how they say it could be offensive, but there's some truth in it. And we are, Gemini is also moving into Scorpio. It's about cutting. Some people will not appear to be polite and will just be very direct and to the point, where sometimes, others can get their feelings hurt at this time. But it's important to understand that that's not to kill the messenger. So you may get, somebody may say something that can be a little offensive and kind of cutting, the swords, it's cutting, right? So it's like 1,000 paper cuts. It's like, do not resist the urge to be offended. Kind of step outside of it and try not to take things so personally. It's really important for us not to take things personally at this time and to step back. Don't react. Step back and look at it and say, what part can I own of it? What can I take from this? You have to think of the person's intention. And that's why we need to treat everyone with kindness, right? And compassion, and with love and respect. Even if we feel that we've been kind of disrespected in some way, it's not really, it's people will perhaps communicate with us a lot more directly. And it can be like, oof, that's wild. But it's going to be okay. Take it for what it is. It's the truth. It's authenticity. There's no kind of, what do I want to say, shallowness there. It's real. It's going to be real. And it's going to be the truth. So take it like that. Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, everyone, social media. Comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.